Hello and welcome to the Dollhouse, my friends. I'm really happy to see you all here for another episode of Beyond the NFT. My name is Sinful and I am your host for tonight's show. I see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd. Mariana, we have lovely Meta Wolf, of course, always showing love. Is that my friend Rustan over there? Nice. We have the Anku in the house. Old guy M. Hello, Manady. Welcome, Fermion. Please. Of course, Billy T Coin and the ABC gang in the building. Damn, Dr. Drip, you looking fly, bro. We're gonna have to talk about what wearables you're wearing later on today because you look really good. Got the lovely Tank Poco here, as well as the official Cube Man. Welcome, Hankos. Welcome, Toxic Waifu. My dog. This is my dog right here. Much respect. Much respect to to Gucci Toe as well. Welcome Formosa, Master Galop, Dixon. Hello, 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 my friends. Let me readjust my camera here. Oh, on the rise and Bitfiend. I see you up there. Don't think I forgot about you. Of course, Crypto Minotaur, you too. Now that I've called out the entire house, I just want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. Without you, all my work that I have done on Decentraland would have never been possible. So, big ups to you and thank you so much. Now, without further delay, I would like to introduce Metaverse DJ and CEO of the Nilings NFT project. He, it is a great pleasure to introduce the legendary CAT5 to the stage. How are you today?
What is up, Sin? I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. Thank you for sharing your platform here on Beyond the NFT. I'm super excited to chill and have a conversation with you, with all of these amazing people here. I know everybody's had a long day of events in Decentraland, and that's amazing. And I love to see people having fun and exploring in this platform. So yeah, I'm pumped to get into it, bro.
Once again, honored, starstruck. Freaking like still in like the what the fuck stage. I mean, like as I mentioned earlier, like like you have been on DCL screens since before anyone even knew my name. Like so like, to have you on my show for the first time, it is a great pleasure for me. So usually I like to start every show by passing the mic over to my guests, give them the opportunity to give themselves a proper introduction or say anything to the crowd that they would like to say or shout out some homies that you see out there.
100%. My name is Category 5. I am a Metaversal DJ and the current CEO of the Nihilings NFT project. I'd say those are my two primary roles here in Web3. Um, I've been DJing probably for over 15 years now. I got into it in college. I had a radio show on my college radio station. It was really fun. I was playing a lot of like early dubstep and stuff, and I got fired because I wouldn't play the promos and I wouldn't play the required advertisements, and they didn't like my language. So that didn't last.
Lame.
Um, super lame, super lame. But that's how I got. I started doing a lot of club stuff, and DJing is really my passion and my art, and it eventually turned into my business. I was doing weddings, corporate events, just around here in Florida, and I was that was what I was doing. That was how I was making a living. And then COVID hit, and that really hit performers especially hard. Obviously, everybody was hit hard, but all of my gigs, all of anybody's gigs pretty much disappeared. And that really kind of made me start thinking about streaming and messing around with platforms like Twitch and YouTube and sharing DJing digitally with my friends, doing live streams. There were a couple DJs starting up, like really kind of pivoting to streaming on Twitch and YouTube and stuff during COVID, and I thought that was really cool. So I started doing that a little bit. I was experimenting with that a little bit, and it was pretty fun. But um, it was in the early 2021 that I found out about the metaverse and Decentraland. And I think I I think I probably first heard about Decentraland from some sort of like a news story, like a typical like, oh, this is the people are buying metaversal real estate for this amount of money or something like that. Those types of stories were kind of pretty prevalent in like that bull run of 2021. And I was very interested in this. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I wonder what I could do as a DJ in the metaverse. And so I started messing around in Decentraland. I hopped in on the browser, running around, started collecting popes or poaps, however you want to say that word. Uh, and those were definitely my first kind of NFTs in my wallet. Some of these events, I distinctly remember an event in early 2021, probably in the spring, called it was like WTF is an NFT, and it was like a 5-day event with a lot of speakers. That was in like Genesis Plaza, and it had people talking about gaming and music and performance in the metaverse. There was a pope for every different day, and like that experience, listening to some of those people, that's what like really hooked me and opened my eyes. And I was kind of like, I really want to try to become a metaversal DJ and try to do this kind of performing in the metaverse, streaming in the metaverse.
When
And
I'm sorry to
go
cut.
ahead.
When
Yeah, yeah,
when you
go ahead.
came in, who were there some DJs already in the space that you can kind of like that kind of gave
Uh,
you the proof of concept?
the only the only two were, it was Cromulon and the guys at MetaZoo were,
Yo.
yeah, those guys were some of the first. Cromulon was doing like some like really cool AV performances with his band, and then obviously MetaZoo had their Friday night events, and those were the things that I saw. When I saw those things, I was like, okay, like this is possible. I can do this if I want to really kind of do this and build a name for myself here.
That's freaking awesome. And I'm sorry to cut you off at that point. If you can remember your train of thought, keep it going.
No, but that's I'm that event really got me thinking like I want to build here in the metaverse, because um I mean, a lot of what Decentraland stands for as um as a metaversal platform is traditional crypto values of kind of ownership, transparency, and permissionlessness. And when you're a DJ or any artist or any type of content creator, you are you're restricted by whatever platform you are using to promote yourself. YouTube and Twitch have very strict DMCA content guidelines. You can't play copyrighted music. If you want to put your live streams up for playback, you could potentially get content strikes and taken down. And you know where that doesn't exist? Right here in Decentraland, in the metaverse. I can fire up a stream from my RTMP server and play whatever music I want. And I mean, there's no way of, well, for now, as I mean, knock on wood, but for now, there's no structure, there's no corporate structure that is actively looking to take down artists and creators like that. And that's something that really that just really opened my eyes and made me want to dive in and finally buy land, buy a name, and really just start constantly streaming and DJing in this metaverse.
Man, that is an awesome perspective, like to come in through, just some ad, like a real estate ad, and then come into the actual space and actually see what you could do, what skills you can bring to the table, to the platform, and how you can use it as a tool, to continue DJing, to continue doing what you love to do. Kind of I guess a comment within the, when you were mentioning about being able to stream music without getting copyright struck and stuff like that. To tell you the truth, streaming to Decentraland on a parcel, I personally see it, it's, to me, it's no different than having a bunch of friends come over for a house party and listening to music, because there's no money involved. No one paid to get into the dollhouse just now for this show. So so, or
100%.
mhm. Or for the show that will come later tonight, very exciting. uh, but yeah, I could see once money gets involved, then yeah, the artists or copyright laws do have some room there to gain ground. But and
Yeah.
I also, I want to come back to kind of your beginnings in DJing and music and stuff like that. You had mentioned the radio station. Has it ever come to you as a thought of bringing it back, but Web3 style, where no one's gonna take you down for what you say or not playing the promotional music?
I mean, I think yes, 100%. Um one thing that I have come to love and really embrace in Web3 is X Spaces, Twitter Spaces, and I think that is very much almost kind of like a pirate radio type of thing where you can click on at any time, broadcast to your entire following across the world, and also speak and interact with anybody internationally. And uh, with especially with Nihilings, the NFT project I'm running, I think I've seen, there are projects that have had a lot of success. There is on that roadmap to success is building a decent spaces culture. And if you have that kind of the consistency and quality on spaces, people in Web3, people in NFTs really do resonate to these communities that are forming around spaces hosts, and around these groups of people that are doing spaces consistently.
Mm-hmm. I got. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, so now I think it's there's now we really have this the live streaming video capability in X that is being pushed, and I think it's going to evolve and be pushed even more. I mean, in the past few nights, Elon has been streaming like a couple of hours of Diablo 4 like every night or something. So I mean, I think it's going to be as obviously X. They want people to spend longer amounts of time on their platform, and they want people to enjoy the content they're viewing. And I think they're trying to kind of take away some of the market share from not only just Instagram and TikTok with the live video stuff, but also Twitch and Kick. Um, and I've been doing live DJ sets on X, and I think that's amazing. It's like I get so many more viewers on X than I would on another platform like Twitch or Kick or YouTube, just because that's where I have most of my following.
Hmm.
And opening it up to this live video is really cool, not just personally as an artist, but I also think as as a brand, like NFT projects and brands can really use this live video stuff to spread their message and also elevate and support their creators.
Yeah, yeah, it's very interesting what they're doing over at X. Like with that live streaming here. I even we're even streaming over to X
Nice.
over here. Yeah, and kind of like the just exploring the different uses, potential uses for it. Someone like put me on to, I can't exactly remember who it was, but put me on to like pinning the X stream up at the top of your like Twitter space. That way they can get
Mhm.
like a visual representation of like what the space, like what's going on in the space or in world and stuff like that. Maybe could inspire others to like join in to join us on Decentraland and check it
Yes,
out.
100%, 100% that video aspect. There are a lot of people that still in Web3 and NFTs that really haven't explored the metaversal side, and these streams and just even what you're doing right now, like that could be something that somebody's never seen before, and they want to jump in and do that.
Yeah, there's so many directions we can go with it. I guess it's like within the Web3 space, it's like I guess it is more important to build community, and then it's like the numbers will come later on. Oh, looks like I froze on Decentraland.
Am I still up? Oh, my DCL, I think that might have been a larger scale problem.
Yeah, this is the second time we both crashed at the same time. That's hilarious. So,
Uh,
so kind of like getting into Decentraland 2021. Um like and comparing it to the Decentraland that you see today, what are some of the like most notable changes for you personally that you're kind of like really excited that came?
that's a very good question. Um, One thing that I will say is that uh, one of the most impressive things about Decentraland is the staying power it has with its community, and how many people that I met in 2021 are still here in 2023 after a pretty deep bear market, still building and attending events and supporting people and doing stuff like you do, and like all the events that we had all day today. Like definitely I there there were definitely a it wasn't as much back in the day in Decentraland. You know, it was like, okay, we had the Friday events at MetaZoo. There was some gambling events at the casino, and that was kind of about it. And then a lot more brands started coming in and doing activations. I mean, I remember the huge Coca-Cola activation, the huge NASA activations that started happening. I DJ'd at a Metaversal Playboy Mansion holiday party in Christmas of 2021. And kind of all that stuff like built up and happened kind of that was a little bit driven by the metaversal hype. But I mean, even today, there's still builders, there's still events going on, and there's a diversity of events that we really didn't see back in 2021.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm looking at your website right now and like the past events that you've
Oh
done,
yeah.
Samsung. Man, like what was it like having the opportunity to like work with Samsung or like something related with Samsung?
So one of the huge shout out, uh one of the first groups that I got involved with in Decentraland was the Last Slice Collective with Lastrom and his kind of group of developers and creators. And they were able to get a lot of these development projects. They partnered with Samsung, with Playboy, with some of these, with like Metaverse Fashion Week and stuff. And through those partnerships, basically that collective, the Last Slice Collective, would program these scenes and build these scenes, and then I would get the DJ job. I'd get to DJ these pretty awesome events, and yeah, that's it. It was very cool. Um, it does seem like some of that interest from the entities like the Samsungs and the Playboys have died down a little bit. I mean, that is typical kind of bear market activity,
Mhm.
but even without those big brands, you still have people here just building every day. And I think a lot of that, um, you know, over the time I've been in Decentraland, we've we've really seen the development of the DAO and kind of how people use the DAO and get grants. And there are good and bad things about how the DAO is run, but at the end of the day, this is, I mean, it's how things should be run. It's transparent. It's on the blockchain. You can see who's voting for what. You can make appeals to people. They can ignore you if they want. And I think in the end, the DAO has definitely been a pretty good resources for builders and people coming into the metaverse, no matter what you kind of think of the politics of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. The DAO has provided so many opportunities to people to, you know, be able to create on this platform. Uh, and you know, I see the DAO as like, you know, there's its negatives, but it's like the negatives are worth trying to fix. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be used even long after all the monies is gone. Like, how are we gonna get
Now,
our POIs after that, you know? Like,
DAOs, my thing is always, it's like DAOs and tokenized voting. It's going to be an imperfect system, but it is so much better than any traditional voting or governance system that we have experienced over the course of humanity. And we are very much just kind of in the early stage of, we're all figuring out how to run these DAOs, but the fact that this is kind of crypto values first, it's a positive change, and I'm willing to experience some of the growing pains associated with like the personal politics, um, to support the DAO and what they're doing here in Decentraland.
Yeah, totally. Oh, okay, so kind of you came into Decentraland, you made your way up to some of the biggest stages on Decentraland. After kind of like, after taking over the world, what was what did Cat 5 venture into after?
I well, I mean, I think obviously from Decentraland, I got into the broader NFT space. Um, some of my first and closest friends in Decentraland got into Bored Apes pretty early in like April, May of 21.
Ooh.
And I remember some of the DG guys started rocking the ape profile picture. Then a couple like my DCL homies, it was Null. He started rocking the ape, and I was like, I was kind of I was so focused on the metaverse stuff, on like real estate and building a metaversal nightclub and seeing what I could do as a DJ, getting hired for events and things, that it was funny. I saw the apes and I was a little bit I wasn't fully sold. I was like, these are kind of weird looking. Like this is a little bit dumb. But then like it it really was like these people in Decentraland, when like I had such a high regard for some of the people that I was following and kind of getting information from in Decentraland, that I saw them changing their PFPs to the apes, and I'm like, these are some of the smartest guys I know. Maybe there's something here. And then like after like a while, I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna get like a couple ETH together and buy this Bored Ape and try to get one with a cowboy hat.
Man, that's back when it was like I'll get a couple ETH together, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's really, but yeah, in early June, I took the plunge, and I got the ape and I joined that community, and it being a part of that community and seeing it grow from what it was in kind of the spring and summer of 2021 through the craziness of the bull market and to what it is now, just this incredible culture and kind of a leader in Web3. Like it's just been an incredible experience every step of the way, and seeing that develop has inspired me to really do my own stuff in Web3, continue DJing, continue trying to develop the persona of a metaversal DJ, and also to eventually get involved in a leadership position in the Nihilings. I I try to take a lot of those lessons and experiences that were so kind of incredible and amazing and unique about the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and I try to think about them in pretty critical ways and really, you know, uh, try to apply them to what I'm doing and my future plans here with DJing and the Nihilings.
Yeah, so what are the Nihilings? What can you tell us about the Nihilings NFT project?
I love it. So the Nihilings, they are a PFP project. It was minted, it was almost a year ago. It was in October of 2022. And I was, I was very much into collecting NFTs, trading NFTs, doing degen stuff, getting involved in NFT communities. And I I don't know. I found the Nihilings maybe like right around mint or a little after mint, and I thought they were really cool. A bunch of some of my friends and I DJ'd into a bunch of them, and we got involved in the community, and I thought it was a cool project. One, because I really believe in the cute IP meta. I think the lead of like the pudgy penguins, the sappy seals, cool cats, doodles, that stuff, that type of IP has universal appeal, and I think that IP is such an important foundation to build an NFT project and a Web3 brand. And what also kind of attracted me to them was that there wasn't much promise of the world. No kind of, they didn't say we're gonna have a game or a metaverse or anything. It was very much marketed as it was like a point zero 0.01 mint, and they were just going to be great looking PFPs and a community focused project. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. So I started doing spaces. Kind of got close with the team, and I started running their spaces for them. And this was like, they minted in October, then the whole FTX collapse happened in November. They got caught in a crazy hype cycle. Like, Nihilings pumped to almost like a point 0.3 or 4 floor, and I think the founder and the small team that he had were really kind of overwhelmed, and they didn't know how to run the project. They were not good at communicating with the community, and basically they left kind of the community wanting a lot more from the leadership of the project. Over It was right at the beginning of this year, early in the year in January. The decision was made by the community and the old founders to pass the ownership of the project to the community. And myself and some trusted members of the community all facilitated like the transfer of the ownership of the contract and the Discord permissions, and really kind of did everything right to kind of get control of this project and create it's not necessarily a DAO, but it's a community run project where everything is decided by tokenized vote, and we really value transparency and openness. Kind of, my goal was to take it kind of in the opposite direction of the mistakes that the kind of founding team had made. So yeah, that's how I got involved. And then, I mean, throughout the year, I'm very proud of what we've accomplished. We ended up minting an entirely new collection of PFPs with all new combinations of traits on Polygon. We did that in order to create a collection that had royalties enforced, and we did a claim for our holders. We did a claim for our holders for a month, and then as a team, we have about a little under 3,000 Nihilings that were unclaimed that we've been selling on the market on Polygon for revenue. And I mean, we operated almost 6 months of this year with no revenue, just from the small amount of ETH that was in our community wallet that wasn't like taken by the founding team. So it's really awesome that we've managed to get to this place where we're selling NFTs, we're generating a little bit of revenue, and everything we've done from that website that you're looking at on your screen, Sinful,
Hmm.
to the contract of the DApp that our claim was done on Polygon, it's all done within our community. Nihilings holders, people with Nihilings PFPs have made this stuff, have programmed these contracts, and it's all been decided by our community, and they've been paid by our community for this work. And it's not much. It's a small community, but um, I'm very proud of what we've done throughout the bear market.
Yeah, that well, one, this freaking website is sick. When I accidentally clicked on a bubble and I was like, holy shit, it took me to there. Yeah. And so and you had mentioned that the Nihilings have minted out a new project on Polygon, and that there were 3,000 Nihilings that were never claimed. I am one of them. Happy to contribute. Uh, here's my Nihiling. I got this guy a
Nice,
few months back. It's in the ETH contract. Oh, 6 months
nice.
back. When I got him, it was because one night I was like, winding down for the night, and I was scrolling through Twitter, and I saw that One Existence, uh,
Yes.
shout out One Exist.
Is
He
Alan here? Is Alan out there in the audience? I'm not like
Hmm.
totally in the build, but shout out Alan. Shout out One Existence. He's a Nihilings community member, and he rides for us harder than almost anybody.
Yep, yep, he does. He does. He does. He really, really does. Like, and you and I both know it because he facilitated, like, the chat between us. Like, come on, guys, let's get our shit together here. Um, but yeah, big shout out to Alan. One that night he had posted his Nihiling on Twitter and said, "Yo, everyone, check out this NFT project. It's led by Decentraland Legends, Category 5 and Hiroto Kai are on the team." And like after I read those two names, I was like, bet, say no more. Fuck yeah, I went over and minted
Nice.
or not minted, I picked one up from the floor. And I like told him, I'm like, anything with like OGs that have been accountable in the space is like worth, getting into, being part of.
Nice. So yeah, just let me do a small amount of clarification slash shilling. So we do have our collection, the collection on ETH, that will always exist, and one of the reasons why we moved, or why we created the Nioverse collection on Polygon is the old team had introduced a staking system where you'd stake your Nihiling on mainnet ETH, and then the art would upgrade after 10 weeks of staking, and also kind of collecting these NFTs and then doing a burn. And it was an interesting idea. And I mean, a lot um one of the reasons they wanted to do this because they had a lot more art. The artist who's still with us, I still have a good relationship with the artist. He didn't totally leave with the founding team. Um, One of the reasons they wanted to do this upgrade because they had more traits that they had kind of been finishing over the time after the mint, and they really wanted to get these traits and this art out there. But the problem with when you have a collection of NFTs, if you have a 10K, 7K collection, and then you start upgrading things and changing traits, it really affects the rarity. And a lot of collectors weren't happy with that aspect. And staking on ETH has the problem of the costs are, with gas, and if you've got these low price NFTs, it's almost like doing all these claims and staking and burns. It's asking a lot of your community. And so one of the reasons why we chose Polygon was because of the low gas and because of the accessibility there. So basically, we said you're not going to be staking for the upgrade anymore. All of the upgraded, all of this new art Nihilings, we're minting these on Polygon. We're doing a month-long claim, and then it's closed. We've got these Nioverse Nihilings. So the ETH Nihilings are all in their original form, and then we've got these Polygon Nihilings with new combinations of traits and also new original traits. If you go to right now, if you buy a Nioverse Nihiling on Polygon from the team, the wallet is called Nioverse. Under the listing, you'll see it's owned by Nioverse. We have a buy one, get one deal. So if you buy a Nioverse Nihiling on Polygon, we are airdropping you another Nihiling. Pretty good deal. That's one of the promotions we kind of came up with as a team to encourage sales and get some revenue into our treasury, and it's been working pretty well. People, I mean, every week we've seen some sales of people utilizing this buy one get one deal on Polygon.
So sick. And Rustan, I see you in the Twitch chat. It's Hyperfi/Mew. I'll drop a link in the, and also I did wanna hey, by any chance, are you looking at my screen?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm in the I'm like looking at the Discord chat, but I
Yes.
see your little screen. I
Uh,
see you've got your mouse head and you're in Hyperfi
Yeah,
now.
bro, check this out. This was made by my friend Brandon for me. Okay, my Mao but helmet may have a little bit of an underbite, but it's okay because it's cool as fuck. Here, check this shit out. If I open my mic and start talking, it's my my wearables react, or my bloom reacts to my voice. Okay, sorry. Sorry, just had to flex a little
That's
bit.
pretty wild. That's pretty wild.
Um, and you were mentioning the Nioverse.
Yeah,
Okay, so on the website, I click on this, and what?
oh, that's her get. That's go to you can go to our official X page or that. Wait, go back to your Nihiling.
To my Nihiling. Okay, here it is.
So click on the main Nihilings collection.
Yep.
So this is the ETH collection. You can click Journey Across the Nioverse to view our brand new collection on Polygon in the description there.
Okay. Oh, it's highlighted. Okay,
So
here it
yes,
is.
here's the Nioverse collection. As you like, that banana, that hat, those are some new traits that were added. Um, and as you can see there, that Nihiling, or you can click on,
Yeah, this is.
is owned by the Nioverse. Owned by Nioverse. If you see that, that means it's part of the buy one get one deal. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
And how does someone kind of like participate in the buy one get one? Like just purchase one, hit
it's
you up in the Discord.
It's you purchase one, it's all on chain. Our dev sends all of the BOGO Nihilings out on Friday. There's really nothing you need to do.
That that's really cool. Nice
That's the
setup. Nice
beauty of the
setup.
blockchain. The beauty of the blockchain, baby. The beauty-
I I I can already see maybe one of the Decentraland ladies picking this one up.
Oh.
Shit, it's on the floor. I might be even picking it.
Well, the thing is, so like we've this is like we have those Nihilings are all priced by us on the floor. Um, in the future, we could stop the BOGO deal and pull those Nihilings from the market and kind of let secondary kind of decide what the price of Polygon Nihilings are going to be. For example, a Nihiling on ETH right now is more than a Nihiling on Polygon. And we have recently made the decision as a community, we are going to bring our rewards token on chain, NioCoin. And I think probably around the time when we do that, we will be maybe stopping the BOGO deal, and will be using some of these Niolings as rewards for the largest Nio coin collectors. So we'll see. There's a lot of like there's no really right answer
Hmm.
of how to sell these NFTs that we have or how to bring them to market. What we're doing now with the BOGO deal and how they're priced is what we decided as a community was best, and people are kind of responding to it. But as the market shifts, um, just because we have the treasury of Nihilings that we own, we can really we can shift our strategy if we need to with pricing and selling these.
Okay, okay. But like you mentioned, there is no right or wrong way, and I love that the Nihilings are like developing the tools and then trying, and
Hmm.
if it's not a success, and it's like perhaps one aspect of the last try is will be used in the next process, and
100%.
that's how you build a foolproof ecosystem in Web3. So I see that we are at it is 11:07, almost at the hour mark. Maybe a good time to start winding down and kind of getting ready for some music
Play
here.
some music. I'm excited.
So
We've
before,
we
oh, go ahead.
there's there's a good crowd here. We've got a decent crowd here. Um, Damn, I froze. No, I see Daybed, I see Fermion, I see Tang Poco. I love it. I love it. All the OGs.
So before closing out, it within the Nihilings community, what are what are some creators that you would love to kind of like shout out and highlight for being awesome in there, whether it's
Oh, I love
building
it.
music.
Um, I wish let me I could send you some of their X pages in the chat, and you could maybe pull them up. I'm gonna send you three right now because um I create like building building an NFT brand, building a Web3 community. It's um it's so hard to market naturally. You want people um, to join your community that want to be there for the right reasons, that want to make connections and want to hold these NFTs and really participate. And during some of the bull market, like people, there are flippers, there are speculators, there are people that are just here for the hype, and and that's tough. You want to encourage long-term members and creators. I'm sending you a couple right here that I really like.
Yep, I see them in the chat.
um and then one more. uh, Here. So cool. So like it's it's been tough. Like you know, people are like, how are we going to market this project? And I think like the route of paying influencers to do paid spaces or paid posts where they shill your stuff, I have never been about that. And some people in the community have been like, oh, let's try this. And I'm like I've seen what that does, and it all it does is it really encourages hype. But and so what how I've been kind of encouraging my community to create and get involved in content creation is leading by myself, is being consistent on spaces,
Hmm.
trying to make interesting content on the Nihilings account, DJing on my account, making kind of posts or things about security or education, and it took a long time, but we're I've finally got, like, I have people that are using Nihiling's PFPs that are putting out some really interesting content, and it just makes me happier than ever. And I do everything in my power with the Nihiling's main account to support our creators. So here's Hedge. You've got Hedge. Hedge started doing a live DJ space, just kind of like I do, and it's awesome. Every Friday he does a space in the afternoon, and it's super like clubby, like dubstep and trap vibes. And he literally told me, like, you encouraged me to do this, and you kind of seeing you do this on your account like really made me want to get involved in sharing my music and DJing. So that's one. Then Tommy has been making Tommy has been making Web3 gaming content on YouTube for years, and he has a pretty decent following on his YouTube channel. He's very consistent, and it's just great to have him using the Nihiling's PFP. He's always on Web3 gaming spaces talking about Web3 gaming stuff, and he's even made YouTube videos about the Nihiling's project. So that's also really cool. And then Adam, I sent you Adam's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it right here.
This is one of the another thing. Tommy's in New Zealand. Adam is in Trinidad and Tobago. One of my favorite things about Web3 since I have got into it is the international connections that it fosters. Like, never in my life would I be regularly talking to someone from Trinidad and Tobago or New Zealand on a weekly basis in these spaces. And Adam, he recently posted some really awesome content about growing your own microgreens, and like I had a great time kind of sharing that with the Nihilings community, and a bunch of people were really interested in kind of asking him questions. So that's the kind of thing you want to encourage: being personal, making personal content, sharing music, sharing videos, sharing what you do in your real life. And like, as a founder, as a leader of a project, that's just the dream. Like, the people that are making quality content,
Mm-hmm.
representing your community, they're your strongest marketers, and they are who's gonna onboard everybody to a project.
Mm-hmm. Yep. For some reason, it feels like whenever a like founder is talking about a project, it doesn't hit as much when as like when it's a community member coming in and freaking
Yes.
up to bat for the team. Like, that moves mountains in this space. So definitely thank you so much for sharing these three individuals. You never know, might have them on Beyond the NFT in the future.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I know that even DJ Triforce is within the Nihilings, and
Yes.
you also have Hiroto Kai, fucking legend. Uh, I definitely
Hell yeah.
Triforce is actually one of those that I would like to connect sometime and maybe also bring him on the show. Okay, so what could you tell us about this post right here, sir?
We got some spaces every like I said earlier, like, I really think spaces are an important tool for growing Web3 communities. We've been consistently going Tuesday and Friday, 3 p.m. We usually go for an hour. I talk about project updates, I talk about Web3 news in just like a very kind of like positive and accepting and supportive way. A lot of Twitter spaces are garbage, like just complete trash, and they're really like not worth the time. But I'm trying to be the change there,
Hmm.
and the same with you with your like Saturday Twitter space. Like, there's real stuff to talk about in NFTs and crypto and the metaverse,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have to constantly just be rehashing like the drama of the day.
Yep, yep,
So yeah,
exactly.
yeah, that space has been really like, and this is another thing, like I started out, it would, a lot of times it was just me talking for like 45 minutes to an hour, and I like just did it. I just kind of like made myself do it, like, all right, I can do this, like whatever. But over time, people like Tommy, people like Adam have really, and other members of the Nihilings like have really um, grown to kind of start sharing their voices on spaces, and it's become a lot more fun now that
Mm-hmm.
we've got a lot of people participating. And
Mm-hmm.
you were on it the other week,
Yep.
and I thank you for showing out.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I was actually happy that I could catch them. Never exactly what, like I knew they were happening, but like it seemed like every time I would just like miss them. But but like yeah, definitely gonna try to keep up with them and join them every week because it's a good time. Um, definitely also thank you for having me up there and allowing me to talk Decentraland. Seems like that's like all I know, like where my knowledge lies.
No, I mean, uh, this is a good, this is kind of a good point, place to kind of wrap and to go into the music. But one thing that I do want to do is do a better job and do more of integrating the Nihilings community into Decentraland. And I know Alan has been doing a great job of that, always sharing events and also coming up on spaces and talking about what's going on in Decentraland, and also connecting me with a lot of creators in Decentraland. But there is um, the future of the Nihilings includes a dream of mine where we have a Nihilings branded experience in the Decentraland metaverse. And that's something I've kind of been kicking around and working on with a few different people. It might be something that we bring to the DAO, but um, it honestly, if that's something that interests you, if you are, if you think you enjoy the Nihilings and want to get involved in the process of bringing the Nihilings to Decentraland, we'd love to have you in our community. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you guys about kind of the future of Nihilings.
I would love to see a Nihilings experience on Decentraland, and I mean even perhaps maybe a good start or good yeah, good looking a good point would be like linked wearables.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a few of our community members already know about Nihilings, so like I would say kind of increase Nihilings' presence in Decentraland, and I have no doubt that Nihilings would get it
Mm-hmm.
because
Love it.
like a lot of us already know like Nihilings. We know you. Um, just gotta connect dots there and but yeah, that would be a good start, and then even moving into might inspire some Nihilings to like or I'm sorry, might inspire a project within the Nihilings Discord of like even getting the 3D
Yeah.
models together.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
there's some stuff to also like look into. And I'm always happy to help anyone trying to do something in Decentraland. So definitely, hit me up on that, and we could like talk about what we can do to
Yeah.
to get the Nihilings in there.
100%.
I see Alan just sent me a link to the Discord, so I'll be joining that in a little
Nice.
bit. Um, and so yeah, before we finish out, I would just your final thoughts, and also uh I if there's anything, brief description about tonight's set that you would like to share with people, you're more than welcome to share.
Uh, Final thoughts are, I've really enjoyed this conversation. I do a lot of spaces. I participate in a lot of stuff in Web3, and just chilling with you one on one, kind of telling my story and sharing stuff about the stuff that I'm working on, and just kind of talking about the metaverse and Decentraland in a really chill environment has been an awesome experience. And I'm definitely down to maybe come on in the future and talk some more. And also, if you're a creator and you have a show like this, or you have an event, a wearable drop, an emote drop, an art drop coming up, I am available to DJ, and this is what I love doing. So hit me up if you need a DJ.
I love it. Yes, hit category 5 up. And what's the best place to reach you?
Either he honestly, honestly, the best place to reach me is probably in the Nihilings Discord, but Twitter DMs is pretty good also. Like, like the channel I'm most tuned into is kind of like moderating the Nihilings Discord. So like, if anybody, I've even like told my family, I was like, if you ever really need me, like tag me in the Nihilings Discord. No, but Nihilings Discord, Twitter, if you can always, Discord is such a ridiculous like wasteland of spam messages, but yeah, I try. Yeah, and you can always, I mean, like I've been posting Friday mixes, every Friday a DJ mix. Just, hit me up in the comments, hit me up on Twitter, and we can get uh an event going.
For sure. And here I'm copy pasting the Nihilings Discord link into Decentraland and all the streaming platforms. Um, all right. And so yes, thank you, Cat5, for being here tonight. Once again, honor, honor
Yep.
to finally, have a conversation with you, because I believe we haven't had that one-on-one yet. Uh, us two. I know that you had donated a set to the community building the Decentraland 1 year, and I would like to kind of actually, like, in person, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, 100%.
Alrighty,
No,
and
what
oh, go ahead.
and what another final message. What you guys are doing here, what everybody is doing here out in the audience hanging out, pushing the metaverse, building in Decentraland, it's totally amazing. It's inspiring, and I encourage everybody to keep being weird, keep pushing this metaversal stuff, and this is the future, and we're going to be the ones with the last laugh.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Cat5.
So
Uh,
I think I have the stream stuff in my OBS.
mhm.
Um, just let me know when to start, and we will get going.
Yes, sir. All right. I'm just gonna give my final thoughts here, and then I'll close down and let you take it away. Thank you everyone for attending tonight's show. Much love to every single one of you. And thank you for once again allowing me to be able to do this. Just a couple final shout outs to our sponsors. Of course, the Decentraland DAO has done so much for us in the last year, allowing me to continue to create. So, got to give that shout out. Big shout out to Meta One Designs, Songbird Collective, Voxboards, Dr. Drip, of course, our hosts here at the Dollhouse, the lovely baby dolls. Much love to you, and of course, over to Gold Guy. Make sure to head over to the marketplace and pick up some Gold Guy jeans. And that's all, everyone. Love you all, and take care. I'll be rating a streamer, and we'll get Cat 5 going. This is very exciting. Take care, everyone. So, everyone, stand by. I'll give a warning right before I close out, and then just hit that refresh button. So then you'll be able to see Cat 5. Thank you. Sorry.